Here in Germany, health authorities have reported more than 39,000 new COVID-19 infections in a single day. That's the highest number since the start of the pandemic. And the number of cases is rising rapidly. Over the past month, the weekly incidence has almost quadrupled. As Germany battles its fourth wave, lawmakers will discuss a new law in Parliament on Thursday, which includes measures to help Germany's federal states to better tackle the surge in infections. For more on that, let's go to our political correspondent, Charite. Charite, we've had 3 waves in Germany so far. Why was the country unable to prevent a 4th one?
Well, Gerhard, it simply boils down to one of the constant concerns, and that is the large numbers of unvaccinated people. Fewer than 70% of the population in Germany is fully vaccinated, and we know experts say that's still much too low, and there are still many, many people in Germany who have easy access to a vaccine but are just refusing to get one, and that is having the effects that we're seeing today. These very high incidence numbers, hospital beds and ICUs are filling up quickly to the point where some hospitals, like the Charite here in Berlin, is having to postpone the treatment and surgeries of non-COVID patients because it needs to reallocate those staff. And that is also leading to fears of an overwhelmed health system, because we already know that over the past 2 years, a lot of healthcare staff have dropped out of the profession. And of course, that might not be enough to look after all of the patients that are coming in. So that is leading to fears of a possible overwhelmed health system to come.
So a new law is being proposed. What measures would it contain? Are we looking at mandatory vaccinations, maybe?
Well, what is happening is that currently there is a federal law that kind of has automatic measures that come into force when certain restrictions are, certain incidence levels are reached. That is changing now. The parties negotiating to form Germany's next government are putting forward proposals because this federal law is expiring and they need something to come in its place. And what they, so that means the management of the pandemic would revert back on a state level, and this law would contain things like a possible free testing that would come back, that expired in October, mandatory testing in some circumstances, a lot of the normal things we're used to like mask wearing and social distancing, but it won't include mandatory vaccines. That is not on the table. What we are going to hear more about this law is tomorrow in the Bundestag when it discusses that, and also we're going to hear from Germany's likely next Chancellor Olaf Scholz about this draft law, and everyone is very interested to hear what he has to say about that.
Our political correspondent, Charite there. Thank you.